Hello there, group leaders. Darin has no idea that I'm doing this, and he did not put me up to this, but I thought that I would make a little video and tell you a little bit more about Darin Hansen. I am Sarah Hansen. I'm his wife of now 7 years in March. We have two kids, Hope, who's 3, and Dylan, who is almost 18 months. They are fun. They also look just like Darin, so sometimes I feel a little bit left out. I wanted to share 3 things about Darin with you, just to let you in on some, stuff about him. So 3 points. 1, he really is that nice. Number 2, he has a fierce loyalty. And number 3, he has taught me more about grace than any of my experiences growing up in the church ever did. Okay, so point number 1, and I'm not as good at these videos as Darin is, so I had to make notes. Okay, so just excuse, if I have to read. But when I first met Darin, I remember thinking after a few weeks, when is this guy's nice guy? When's this gonna go away? How nice? And he used my name in sentences. And I just kept thinking, surely he's not really this nice. Maybe down the road, his true colors will come out. And I have to tell you that he really is as nice as he comes across the first time you meet him. And I will tell you that I'm still waiting to see if the other shoe will drop, and it has not. Darin is a really, really nice person. And he's I always tell people, he's the nicest guy I've ever met. And really, that is him. So if you keep thinking is this guy for real, or on the videos he's kind of corny and he's so nice, is that really who he is? Yes, he really is kind. He's generous. Even people who disagree with him on Facebook, I can tell you that they tend to start off their sentences, Darin, you're a really nice guy, or I really like you, but. So I have yet to meet anyone who doesn't like him. And maybe they just don't come around very often, but so he really is that nice, even in person. So point number 2, that he has a fierce loyalty. So his love for Washington State University is at times a little bit scary. If you do follow him on Facebook, or, I'm sure in his videos he ends them with go Cougs or whatever. Or on his email, you're seeing that cougar head at the bottom. But, I think WSU for Darin is more than just the 4-year school that he went to. He actually worked there after he graduated, so he lived for about 8 years in Pullman. What you probably don't know is his parents actually got divorced right before his freshman year of college. And so in many ways, I think WSU was stability for him when he didn't have any in his life at that time. I think it shaped so much of who he is. It was where his struggle with porn probably, if it didn't take off, it was definitely deeply, there was a lot of porn that he was looking at during college. He also almost lost his life in a car accident. And so there's just been his experiences there, I feel have shaped good and bad experiences have shaped so much of who he is, that I think he has this real fierce loyalty to it because of that. And so, I'm embarrassed to say that I even sometimes wear WSU gear. And I've even been known to scream "Go Cougs" at UW cars that drive by with their license plates. It's really embarrassing, but just so you know, there's a little bit more depth to, I think, his love and his loyalty to his alma mater. Number 3, Darin has taught me so much about grace. I will be honest, when we got married, I think I was a little bit prideful about how much I knew about the Bible. And, if Darin and I were going to be competing on Bible trivia, I knew I would have won. And if we had been competing on who could find a Bible verse faster, yep, I would have won that too. If only that was the point of what it means to be a Christian. I have been so humbled to be married to Darin, to a man who truly lives out his faith. I have been really deeply convicted, not only by the conversations that we've had, but really just watching the way that he lives his life. Darin has not only revealed like the deeper need for grace in my life, but he has revealed how much more I need to be extending it to others. And I'll be forever grateful for that, for him in my life. So listen, I did not make this video to like be bragging or like, oh, I'm married to the best man, though I think I am. He really doesn't know anything about it, but I just thought you should know a little bit about him from my perspective and get to know me a little bit. This is my minivan. I love minivans so much. But here's the dirt. I'll give you like a few things on Darin. One, his farts stink super bad. Like wake me up in the middle of the night stink. He does pick his toenails to the point of bleeding, which I do not understand. Like, just clip them and then be done. And also, he can get pretty hangry. Like, he's nice, but if he's hungry and hot at the same time, like, you just maybe want to, like, let him cool off, like, roll down the window, get him, hamburger or something. So, anyway, thank you so much for being leaders for this amazing organization and ministry. I know that Darin is loving getting to work with XXX Church, and I'm super proud as well. Thanks so much.